In Waterloo, 1996, Research in Motion RIM CEO Mike Lazaridis and his best friend and co-founder Douglas Fredgen prepare to pitch their PocketLink cellular device to businessman Jim Balsillie. Lazaridis is bothered by the buzzing of Balsillie's China-manufactured intercom and fixes it before he arrives. Their pitch to Balsillie is unsuccessful, but after he is fired from his job, he agrees to work with them if he is made CEO of RIM and given half of the company. They hesitate, but after discovering that their deal with Userbotics was a malicious attempt to bankrupt them, they bring Balsillie in as co-CEO and give him a third of RIM. Balsillie arranges a pitch for the PocketLink with Bell Atlantic and forces Fredgen and Lazaridis to build a crude prototype overnight, which he and Lazaridis take to New York. Lazaridis forgets the prototype in their taxi, leaving Balsillie to attempt the pitch alone. Lazaridis recovers the prototype at the last second and finishes the pitch, and they rebrand the PocketLink as the BlackBerry. Now 2003, Palm CEO Karl Jankowski plans a hostile takeover of the immensely successful RIM, forcing Balsillie to sell an amount of phones that exceed Bell Atlantic's, now Verizon, communications network limit behind Lazaridis' back. This crashes the network, so Balsillie poaches engineers from around the world to fix the problem, as well as hiring a man named Charles Purdy as RIM's coup to keep the engineers in line. Though this upsets Fredgen, who values the casual and fun work environment he and Lazaridis created. The new engineers fix the network issue under Purdy's strict management, and RIM avoids Jankowski's buyout. Now 2007, RIM's upcoming pitch of the BlackBerry bold to Verizon is thrown into chaos when Steve Jobs announces the iPhone. Balsillie, a lifelong hockey fan, is occupied with trying to purchase the Pittsburgh Penguins, forcing Lazaridis to pitch the bold with Fredgen instead. When it goes poorly, he panics and impulsively promises them the Storm, a BlackBerry with a touchscreen. As he finally agrees with Purdy's suggestion to outsource the labor of the Storm to China, he insults Fredgen during an argument, who quits. Balsillie becomes nervous when he sees the iPhone's projected sales and tries to arrange a meeting with AT&T CEO, only to learn that the Penguins sale is being finalized that day. He chooses the Penguins, but they reject his offer after revealing they know of his plan to move the Penguins to Hamilton, which they learned of when Balsillie mockingly invited Jankowski to a Hamilton game, and he informed the NHL. The SEC raids RIM after learning that Balsillie hired the engineers in 2003 with illegally backdated stock options, threatening Lazaridis with legal action. Balsillie arrives too late to meet with the CEO, who snubs Balsillie by hinting that AT&T's partnership with Apple effectively admits that data usage has superseded phone minutes as a priority. Balsillie returns to RIM to find that Lazaridis sold him out to the SEC, leaving Lazaridis as the sole CEO of RIM. 1 year later, the Storms arrive from China, but Lazaridis finds them to be laden with bugs and can hear buzzing when he holds one to his ear. As he begins manually fixing the buzzing phones one by one, the closing titles reveal that the Storms were almost universally inoperable, and Verizon sued RIM to cover the financial loss. Lazaridis resigned as CEO in 2012. Balsillie avoided jail. Fredgen sold his stock in 2007, making him one of the richest men in the world. And at the height of its success, the BlackBerry phone made up 45% of the cell phone market and is now 0% in the present day, with BlackBerry phones no longer being produced.